Hi, I'm Gabriella from Spain, and I'm colorblind, but my dream is to be a successful designer. When I was 14, my real mama passed away, and my papa remarried a total witch, Victoria, who forced me to become a nun. But before I tell you about how she tricked me, press like and subscribe. I was in my room trying on a new dress I'd made with some green velvet I'd found in the store, when suddenly the door flew open and stepmama barged in. "You miserable brat!" I couldn't help but roll my eyes. Ever since she'd married Papa, she was constantly trying to make my life miserable. If she could have, she'd have thrown me out. What's wrong now? "You have ruined my brand new red velvet curtains." I don't know what you're talking about. I just took the green velvet. No, ask any normal person. This dress is red like the blood, Senora. Red like the blood. Then she dragged me to Papa, and suddenly she was crying. What a drama queen. "Your daughter is ruining everything." When Mama had been alive, Papa had loved me like his life. But now, as soon as he saw me, his brow clouded and he said, "What has she done now, mi amor?" "She cut my favorite curtains to make this stupid dress." "I thought it was green, Papa." "See, she can't even see colors like normal people." "I can see them, I just get confused sometimes." "Oh, for God's sake, I'm your mother now, and I know you can't." I was suddenly furious. "You're not my mother. My mother is gone, and I hate you, and I want to leave."
"And where do you want to go?"
Mama said she would send me to a school where I could make all the clothes in the world. But then Victoria cut in. "That's actually a wonderful idea, sweetie. She'll grow up wonderfully in a school like that. And I have just the place in mind." A week later, she dumped all my things into a bag and drove me to a place far, far away. I was in the car for 3 days, but I didn't mind. I was going to my dream school, or so I thought, because when I got there, I almost passed out. All I could see was black and white everywhere. There was a group of nuns looking sadly at me and singing as we got out of the car. I turned to Victoria. "I know this place. I've seen it on TV. This is no fashion school, you witch. It's a convent." "Your dad said at least your color blindness won't trouble you here, you pest." With that, she jumped into the car and drove away, laughing like a maniac. I chased after her, but a tall, scary-looking woman dressed like a ghost stepped out from behind the shadows and grabbed my hand. "Welcome to your new home, Gabriella. You have been a naughty girl, but we will fix you." I found out later that the woman was the Mother Superior of the convent. I tried to protest that my stepmom had tricked me into coming here, but she didn't care. "I have been paid by your papa to teach you to behave, princessa." "I am well behaved, you idiot. It's stupid Victoria who's a lying cheat." Just then, she threw open the door of a dark, dingy room that looked more like a prison cell. There was a small, mousy-looking girl on one of the beds. A horror story waiting to happen, I tell you. "Martha, this is your sister, Gabrielle. Teach her how to dress properly." Then she snatched my phone and all my gadgets and left. As soon as she was gone, I grabbed my bags and made it for the door. There was no way I was staying here. I couldn't believe Papa had lied to me too. Suddenly, Martha was next to me. "Hermana, don't be angry. It's not so bad." "Not bad? I wanted to be a fashion designer, not some nun." Martha looked scared and said, "Where are you going? Home?" "No. Papa lied to me too. I can't go back, but I can't live here. At least wait till it's dark. Have dinner. You must be hungry." If I had to be on the road, I'd need food. At dinner, I tried to hide as much bread as I could in my pockets. As soon as the lights were shut off after the night prayer, I packed my bag and slipped out of my room. I snuck down the stairs and jumped out of the window, only to crash onto someone. "Ow! What?" "Shh! Don't let that monster superior hear you. If you help me run away, I'll give you all my money." Just then, the person lifted a torch to my face and I almost screamed. It was the Mother Superior. The woman just wouldn't leave me alone. Everywhere I went, she would follow me like a shadow. So I decided to mess with her. One night after prayers, I sat up with Martha talking to her about all the boys I'd ever dated. So there was Alfred. He had the cutest smile. And Jose with the most gorgeous abs. The guy was such a babe. If you could see him, Martha, you'd fall in love with him. Just as I said this, the door flew open and Mother Superior charged inside like a bull.
You will not fall in love with boys, senoras. Not on my watch.
Martha immediately began to cry and ask for forgiveness. Mother Superior looked at me, expecting me to join her. I shrugged and said, "If you say so, I'll just fall in love with girls then." For a minute, there was a pin-drop silence. Even Martha stopped crying, and Mother Superior looked like she'd drunk vinegar. Then she yelled,
"You will clean all the bathrooms from now on."
With that, she slammed the door and left. I burst out laughing. I had to admit, it was fun messing with her. The next morning, Mother Superior dragged me to the bathrooms. "As you clean these, cleanse your heart, princessa." Of course I would. As soon as she left, I snuck out of there and made it straight to the linen room. I had a plan. I grabbed as many sheets as I could. Thankfully, I could tell which ones were white and snuck back to my room. I sewed them together to make shrouds that are used to bury people. Then I hung them right outside her room. I even left a small note for her. "Leave the girl alone or else." I went back to the bathroom and waited for her. Soon enough, she burst in, looking as white as the sheets. "Go out. Don't ever do any chores again." After that, Mother Superior never got in my way again. If she saw me in the corridors, she would duck into the closest room. If she ever made eye contact with me during Mass or prayer, she would make a cross and grab her rosary. Life was good. I could finally do what I had always wanted to do. I started designing and sewing clothes again. Everyone would look at my dresses and be awed. One day, as I lay down to sleep, someone knocked on the door. I opened the door, half expecting Monster Superior, but I was surprised to see all the novices standing there with piles and piles of clothes. One of them said, "Hermana, Gabriella, teach us too." I would love to, but not like this at night, in secret. I will teach you all openly, senoras. We will begin classes tomorrow. The next day, I started teaching all the girls how to design and sew some of the prettiest flamenco dresses anyone had ever seen. In return, they would sometimes do my chores or pay me, but I refused to take money from them. Papa had been sending me a lot of it to make up for never coming to visit. When Mother Superior saw all the girls making and trying on their dresses, she looked like she'd have a stroke. I could see she was close to yelling at them when she looked at me. I stared at her for a second and she paled. Then she turned and walked away. I could swear she was praying under her breath. So by the end of the next 3 months, I ordered new sewing kits online for everyone and a plasma screen TV to learn from YouTube tutorials. I even bribed the delivery guy to sneak in a phone for me. Mother Superior looked as if she was going to pass out every time she saw me. On her 19th birthday, Martha told me she wanted me to help make her wedding dress. I was thrilled at the opportunity, but just a day before the wedding, we went down to find the dress had been ripped up. Someone had left a huge gash in the front and destroyed all our equipment. Of course, I knew who was behind it, but I wasn't going to let her win. So I ended up stitching a new one overnight. When Martha walked out wearing the most gorgeous wedding dress ever, Mother Superior looked like she would pass out. In fact, the dress was so pretty that it gave me an idea. I set up my own Instagram and Facebook page to present my designs. Hundreds of people fell in love with my collection and asked if I could design for them. Not long after, as I was sitting in my room making more clothes, the door flew open and Mother Superior barged in, looking livid.
"You have visitors."
If it's Papa, I don't want to see it. But before I could complete my sentence, a group of really fancy-looking people barged in.
"Gabriella, we are from Milano Fashion Institute. We have seen your famous wedding dress, and we must have you join us this fall. You will thrive beautifully there."
I stood gaping at them. Behind them, Mother Superior flopped into a chair, looking horrified. "You what? How did you even find me?"
"From your Facebook page, of course. Show us some more of your work, Bella."
I jumped and started showing them the outfits I had made, telling them about the combinations I thought possible. "This pink shirt goes here. It goes wonderfully with this blue skirt." He laughed for a second, then looked carefully at me.
"Bella, they do look good together, but these are not blue and pink."
At this, Mother Superior jumped up laughing and yelled,
"She can't recognize colors. She can't be a designer." That's nonsense. I'm protecting and saving her from all the humiliation she will face as a colorblind designer, and I'm asking you to leave since you came to my convent without my invitation."
The group looked taken aback for a minute and then turned to me.
"Bella, is that what you want?"
Yeah, in her dreams."
"No, you can't leave here. Not on my watch."
I rolled my eyes and said, "Whatever, I'm turning 18 next month." Then I turned to them. "I can't wait to join your college. It's been 10 years since that day, and now I'm a famous fashion designer in Milan.